Well, most of us picked our college based on several factors. There's location, programs of study, maybe even the social opportunities.
Here in Omaha, families can also weigh those factors when it comes to picking middle and high schools. Open houses are happening right now.
Welcome Morton Magnet School Principal Sherry Weir and OPS Supervisor of Student Placement Patrick Pope. Welcome. Now, I hope you guys don't mind, we have to say this. She was your teacher.
That's right. She was at Mercy High School back in the day too. Sophomore year
that's
PE.
Pretty cool.
So
Small
back
world
in the
there.
day. You
well
were right.
vested in education here in Omaha, and now a principal as well. So it's fantastic to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you as well.
And you guys have a snow day today. Well, your kids do. I guess it's not a snow day. It's a cold weather day. So we're happy that you're here doing the hard work.
Yes, it's warm on set here. It's nice.
It is. We keep it warm. But you have some open houses coming up. Let's talk about this. Why does OPS offer open houses?
Sure, I'll take that. We want to get parents out to see our schools and students as well. We know that they have maybe some preconceived notions to the schools that they want to go to, which is great, and we want them to see the schools they're interested in. But with 12 middle schools and 7 high schools out there, we also want to give parents the opportunity to maybe see schools that they didn't think about, or maybe they had sort of, as a secondary choice that once they visit might become a primary choice for those families.
Well, and I think back in the day, a couple decades ago, people just always went to their neighborhood school. But things have really evolved. So what can people find when they look at different schools outside maybe their geographic area?
Sure. It's interesting in OPS with the diversity of the schools that we have is many schools can offer different programs. We have 2 middle schools that do dual language programs at 2 middle schools. The high schools have different programs that you'll find. For example, South High has a great performing arts department. Bryan High is doing great things with urban agriculture. Burke has an aviation side to it too. So I think parents would be pleasantly surprised to find these different programs out there in the schools.
Yeah, things you may never have known about. Well, what happens during the open houses? What can students expect?
Well, we are excited to welcome all the people that will come in, the families and the students, and we're really trying to help them come to a conclusion on where they want to go to school by giving them tours of the building for them to meet our staff. Sometimes we have students that are also on those tours so they can talk student to student, so they can really get what the goods are at the school, but really to sell the program of what we have at our particular schools. And a student needs to feel comfortable when they're coming into the school, and if they feel that comfort, they have the opportunity to ask questions to the principal, to the teachers, to any of the staff and the students. They can really find out if this is a good fit for themselves.
Sherry, since you came out in the cold today, you got a couple extra seconds. Why should families consider your school?
Well, we have a program called AVID. It's Advancement via Individual Determination. And what we do is take some of our students that generally just get B's, have a B average, and we put them in honors classes, and we're trying to prepare our students for college. And even though it's a middle school, we're still setting the tone of organization and collaboration and inquiry and the reading and writing and all the essentials of making those things happen through high school to then also get into college. And so we prepare the kids with binders. We're one-to-one with technology. So we are really promoting going to college and or careers. We have career fairs and all those type of things just to really promote that education part.
Now, again, we're seeing on the screen here the dates and the times of which high schools having open houses when. After these open houses are all done, how are students actually placed in the schools, and what's the timeline on that?
Sure. Students at the elementary side, they actually received their application forms last week for middle school. Middle school students are receiving high school forms this week. They'll be encouraged to take those home, fill them out with their parents. They can apply to up to 3 schools, and then they're going to be returning those forms by the end of the month. And then we will spend the month of February doing lottery type systems, trying to find best placements for the students and do what we can to make their choices work for them.
Well, and I think it makes a lot of sense too. It gives people the opportunity to get out, actually get in the schools. Any advice for anything parents and students should bring or do, or how they should prepare for that night?
My advice would be get there with plenty of time so that you have all the time in the world that the school can offer that night to talk to as many individuals as you can, take part in any activities that the schools are doing as well. Come prepared with your questions.
And do people need to register or RSVP, or do you just show up? at these?
A lot of the times, the parents will sign up while they're there. That way, we can contact them afterwards too to see if they have any further questions. And then we also offer all of our information so they can also contact us back. We want to make sure that they get everything they possibly need so they can make a good, solid decision for their child.
But the open houses, anyone can come and attend, right? You don't need to sign
Yes.
up. Okay.
Correct.
Perfect. Well, a lot of great information, and I like that you guys do that because, as we were saying, you can see a school, completely differently when you get to talk to the people that work there and see the inside of the school and all that jazz. So.
OPS.org for more information. A couple weather changes, so if you want to stay on top of the schedule, take a look down there. I know a couple have been rescheduled. So did I turn out okay?
You did. You turned out great.
Putting her on the
You're
spot.
doing an
What is she going to
you're
say?
doing an awesome job. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you both for being here very
That's
much.
fun. Thank you.
Well,